Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Brainy Barbie. My name is Allison, and on here we talk about all things self education, skill stacking, and succeeding in the future of work because we're trying to get our money up and pretty girls learn skills. And today we're going to talk about how you can't cancel someone who believes that all press is good press. I have a story for you. So earlier this week, I got dragged on TikTok for talking about the forbidden A word, AI. I was talking about the importance of AI literacy, and people didn't like that. And just so you all know, I said what I said, by the way. But regardless, yes, they dragged me, and that is not the first time that I'll be dragged for a take I shared on the internet. And this situation reminded me of a belief that I've always held, which is all press is good press. In my last video, I talked about how sharing online is an important skill in the post-labor economy. And I said that sharing online was a skill because of the mental blocks you have to overcome in order to make yourself visible online. I also mentioned some of the drawbacks of making yourself visible online, and criticism and scrutiny are some of those drawbacks. But here's the thing. When you are able to stick to your beliefs, your perspectives, and your message despite your comments being in shambles, you are right where you need to be. The reason that all press is good press is because of the fact that you're receiving traffic and eyes regardless, which is something you need to get ahead, especially in the content creation game. Is it better to receive positive attention and people supporting your content? Of course, but if you have anything worth saying, someone is going to be offended by it. You're going to poke the bear eventually, and when you receive that negative attention, you can make it work for you. You're still receiving the visibility you need to get ahead. Most people lack the awareness to understand that attention gives life to situations. If you want to successfully cancel somebody, the answer is to be indifferent. The answer is to withdraw your attention, not give them more of it. The wise thing for someone to do when they disagree with you is to, again, withdraw their attention, scroll, and keep it moving. But no, they would rather give you think pieces in your comments about why you're wrong, why they disagree with you, and why they hate you. And the thing is, I can say this, I can show the people who do that the error of their ways, and they will still do the same thing because people like that are too emotionally reactive to behave any differently. When it comes to all press being good press, I am talking about that from a marketing standpoint. And another reason why I believe in this sentiment is because of the fact that the more emotionally reactive you are, the more susceptible you are to emotional manipulation. If you learn anything about marketing or buyer psychology, you know that it is encouraged to trigger people's emotions, talk about pain points, because that is what gets people going. And of course, there is levels to that. Such tactics can be used for ethical or unethical means, but either way, that is the truth. That is the way it is. And when you talk about a controversial topic or a pain point with conviction, that is what really gets people going. And another thing that I want to share with you, besides the fact that all press is good press, is the fact that conviction is the new currency. Conviction is the new currency because conviction demands respect. When you say something with conviction, people may not like it, but they will respect it. And this is especially true now where sharing content is one of the primary ways to gain success, especially when you are posting for business or enterprise. When you share and post content online, there has to be a level of respect. Respect is what translates to dollars. At the end of the day, no one is going to pay for what they don't respect. And here's another thing. Conviction is attractive in a world full of followers. It shows leadership. At the end of the day, the leader has to be the one willing to take a hit. The leader has to be the one willing to take the fall. Conviction is also attractive in a world where people are constantly looking for something to be offended by. And those who can stick to their message, stick to their beliefs and their viewpoints, despite all of the noise, are the ones who will succeed. You must make everything that comes your way work for you. At the end of the day, you can't allow yourself to be silenced by people who could never handle the same criticism that they dish out. Content creation is definitely not for the weak. There is a level of resilience that it requires. There is a level of mental fortitude that it requires. But at the end of the day, the people who learn these skills are the ones who will last and succeed in the end. Like I always say, everything is a skill at the end of the day. So to reiterate, all press is good press. Conviction is the new currency. Conviction is more powerful than cowardice, because at the end of the day, most people are cowards. And remember that pretty girls learn skills. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with me. Make sure you subscribe to my Substack, The Brainy Barbie Blueprint, with the link in the description. And I'll see you in my next video.